Hello, Metro Detroit golfers. I'm Chad Elledge.
I'm Ben Bockin.
And we are coming to you from the Golf Leadership Academy, and today we're going to bring you the Tuesday tip of the week. Having said that, there's a lot of you out there, love golf, want to do better. We want to share with you our most helpful tip that'll get more of you to play better golf. So Ben, what do you got for me, man? What are we going to do at home to help them play better golf?
Oh, we are going to talk about the big idea today, everybody. So, we like to refer to golf as a stick game. So essentially what you have when you're playing golf is you have a stick with weight on the bottom of it. So our big idea that we actually learned from Michael Hebron, he was a very big help, is to swing this weight freely back and forth. So if you notice right now, we have our jet stick that's being swung back and forth. We would consider this a swinging motion. So in golf, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to make sure that the ball is in the middle of that motion. This would be free swinging. Now let me demonstrate what a hitting motion might look like. So there's a lot of you out there that probably swing the club back, boom! You try to hit the ball at the bottom. That's not what we're talking about. If you're trying to hit the ball at the bottom, you might notice that you have club face control problems, center face contact problems, low point problems, the whole shebang. But if we can get you to be free while you swing this golf club or the weight back and forth, you're gonna be shocked what happens on the back end. So, along with this weight swinging back and forth, Chad, so we talked about a free swinging motion here. What has to move back and forth with this weight?
Your hands, your arms, your body, everything gets to go with the weight of the club. So what we're not gonna do, what a lot of you do is you break the swinging motion into parts or pieces. And when you wanna go play better, that's a shame, because if you break a swinging motion into parts or pieces, you then don't have a swinging motion anymore. So if everything moves back and forth with the weight of the club, we remove all the restrictions, we remove all the red tape, we don't try to keep our left arm straight or keep your head down, take away all the rules and just start trying to create a swinging motion where everything gets to move with. So Ben, show me what that could look like here, buddy. I'm gonna take the jet stick.
Sure. So here's a free swinging motion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a short motion here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cradle the grip. So you're gonna notice here there's no tension in the hands, and then I'm just gonna let my hands and my body float back and forth with the weight of this golf club. So Chad, what are we noticing about the club face? So as my hands and my body actually move with the weight, what happens to the club face on the backswing?
What I can see is that it opens, rotates, or starts to face the people at home. And then on the way through, we can start to see it rotate or go to the left. So what I see is a face that rotates or moves in a circle or an orbit around.
So what are you saying here, that maybe the golf club knows how to square itself up as long as we don't interfere?
That's exactly right. So the club face will rotate itself if you allow it, if you stay out of the way. So a lot of you at home, we hear people talking about getting their hands through and trying to apply extra force. That goes back to that hitting motion, right? But if we just freely swing the weight of the club back and forth, if we want you to do this at home, you'll see that it rotates on its own if you allow it to. So we have to let the club do what it was allowed.
You got it.
Meant to do.
I think another good analogy is if you think of when you drive your car, if you have a book that's in the backseat of the car and you jam on the brakes, the book goes flying forward. So in your golf swing, you can think of your hands and your body as being your car, and here's our book at the end of the stick. So if you go ahead and watch what happens, if I slam on the brakes with my car,
Body stops.
so my hands and my body are stopping. First thing I notice is the club actually hits the ground way behind the ball, but what we're trying to do is get a divot in front of the ball.
Cool. So if everything keeps moving, the books will stay on the back seat of the car.
Yep.
And you'll have better low point control, you'll have more solid contact, it'll be all good. So what this is about is inertia. Now I don't know what inertia is all about, but what I do know is that those books are gonna go a-flying. So you have to keep everything moving. That's why keep your head down is one of the most destructive forms of golf help ever created, and everybody says it, everybody believes it true, but it just ain't so. So show us like more of a full swinging motion where you allow everything to go with the weight of the club, the car keeps moving, we're all safe and sound as long as the car keeps moving. There you go, everything goes with the weight of the club. So no attempt to break this into parts or pieces, is that true?
No attempt to break it into parts or pieces, or no attempt to smash that thing. I'm just trying to produce a motion where the ball's in the middle of it. That's really the only goal when I am swinging this golf club back and forth. Now, one of the other things that we like to do is we like to use this 1 to 5 scale, right? What's that all about?
Well, I tell you what, internally, is 1 to 5 is about your commitment to what you intend to do. So in golf, because you have to move the ball, it doesn't move until you move, you have to be clear in your intention. $1 million question is, what do you intend to do here? Some people say, well, I don't want to hit it left. That ball's probably going left. Versus, I intend to create a free swinging motion where everything moves together. 1 to 5 is about to what degree did you execute your intention, or to what degree were you able to keep your attention on that intention. Here at GLA we call it plays, what play you're going to run. So golf is like football in that way, you have to initiate the action, so you have to be very clear on what you're going to do. So what we're asking you to do is just be clear on making a free swinging motion and have that be the one thing that you're committing to, and then after the ball's gone, before we get on to what the ball does, you'd have to use that 1 to 5 scale to see to what degree did you actually experience a free swinging motion. 5 would be like, oh dude, totally free, man. That was unbelievable. I wasn't trying to steer or guide or hit anything. A 1 would be like, man, I forgot, I was trying to fix my backswing, I was trying to keep my head down and do all the things. So, if we try to do all the things, we'll be good at none of the things. If you commit to one thing, you will start to make some progress for sure. So why don't you go ahead and show us, and then we'll just talk on a scale of 1 to 5, and you can give us your interpretation of what that is, and off we go.
Yeah, most definitely. So one of the things that I like to do before I actually go ahead and let the ball get in the way of my motion is I'm trying to rehearse what I'm trying to sense throughout the swing. So the first thing that I will do is I'm going to flip this golf club upside down, because now I'm truly swinging weight freely back and forth. So I've got my golf club flipped upside down, I swing it freely back and forth, then I'll flip the golf club the right way up, free swinging motion back and forth, hands and body moving with the weight. So now I actually know the experience that I'm trying to chase. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that same free swinging motion with the ball in the way, and I'm going to use my 1 to 5 scale. So a 5 would be the experience is the exact same when the ball wasn't there, and a 1 would be like, holy cow, I am way off. So I would give myself, I would say a 4. So I got a little bit distracted by the camera, but I was pretty close. So I was thinking a little bit about the camera, how good is my swing going to look, as opposed to just committing to the free swinging motion. So I could do a little bit better job, but it wasn't too bad.
So in one part, we're going to talk about the swing concept is free swinging motion. That's what we're really talking about here today. And the second part is we're kind of dovetailing into one of golf's mental skills, is just being able to commit to one thing at a time. So can you keep your attention on your intention? In this case, you graded it a 4?
Yep.
All right, because you were a little bit distracted with the camera, no big deal?
You got it.
So at home, be patient with yourself while you work through this, and really just start to see if you can look inward to what's going on during the swinging motion. And then when you do experience that 5, you'll be shocked as to what starts to happen. It will start to organize for you, and it'll be way cooler on the weekends, and you won't have to remember all the checklists and all the procedures and all the things, because nobody got time for that.
It amazes me actually how many great players actually set a goal before their round that they're actually trying to get free while they play in these tournaments. So there's a wonderful interview, it was last year after Rory McIlroy had won the RBC. So after the interview they said, hey Rory, what was different this week? You just demolished the field. And he goes, well, I set a goal for myself this week, and my goal was to feel as free as I possibly can on every single golf swing. And he said, I did a very, very good job executing that this week. If I can do the same thing next week in the US Open, I'm gonna have a great shot at winning. So it's fascinating to us how many elite players are actually chasing that freedom when they're out there.
Right. So, having said that, free swinging motion is our tip this week. Start going there, see what you can do, and then check in with yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 to what degree did you actually commit to and keep your attention there. So this is going to help so many of you. If we can learn to drop the rules and the red tape and keep your head down and all that drama, you're really going to start to enjoy your golf. You're going to start to hit better shots. So we thank you for joining us on the Tuesday Tip of the Week. If you want more videos, you can go to Ben and I's Golf Leadership Academy page on YouTube. We have a whole bunch of content there, so feel free to check it out. Leave some comments in the section below. Ask any questions. We look forward to engaging with you as we move forward. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday.